Hey everybody, it's been 14 months since I started my locks. I meant to do a 12-month video, but I didn't, so I hope you forgive me. So my update is I have been the laziest ever, as always, and I feel like my hair is the best that it's ever looked, being the laziest that I've ever taken care of it, at least in my opinion. So I use almost no products at this point. I pretty much just wash it with water half of the time. The other half of the time I use some conditioner in there and just rinse it out. And I'm not using products the way I was before. No oils, no sprays. I very rarely will put some diluted conditioner spray in my hair. And honestly, I don't even know why I do it. I mean, I just kind of see it there and I'm like, oh, I haven't used it in a while. I guess I should spray it into my hair. But mostly what I will use it for is if I just kind of want, let's say I just pulled my hair up in a ponytail or had it in some sort of style, and then I pull it out and then it's all wonky and crazy looking. So I might spray it with a conditioner spray or something just to get it to straighten out and look straight and normal. So I did have a problem with buildup. Probably after 4 or 5 months or something, I noticed just somewhere around here there were a couple of locks that had some product buildup, like somewhere a couple inches down in. So I realized that's probably from when I first installed them. And I kept trying to clean it out, and over time, eventually I got the product out. But I have not had product buildup since, obviously, because I rarely use products. So that is really a plus. Sorry if my hair is a little fuzzy today or whatever. I just got out of the shower, so it's actually still damp. And this time in the shower, all I did was I just put a little conditioner on the top. I tend to have flaking in the top sometimes if I don't know, if I haven't put conditioner in it in a while. So sometimes I'll go ahead and put some in the top, but mostly it's really just pretty easy. I don't spend very much time on rinsing or cleaning it. It's really like a minute, maybe 2 tops. So I remember putting in one of the videos that I had like this wonky hair in the back that was kind of long and didn't really flow with the rest of my hair, and I was considering cutting it. Well, I never did, so I really just didn't care eventually, but in the back you'll see that once I show you everything, you'll see that it just kind of works. Everything's just kind of a natural layered look in my hair, so it doesn't look wonky now in the scheme of things. So the other thing that I kind of noticed, just mine compared to other people's locks, is they have this texture going on. So, well, again, it's fuzzy, but I have these textures here. Like nothing is smooth. It's just kind of that's how they are. So they don't look the prettiest, I don't think, but I'm happy with them. That might be a product of laziness, or it might be a product of just how twists end up being. I think it's laziness because I could have probably stretched them and directed the way they ended up locking on their own, but I didn't. And I'm fine with it because I kind of like the texture. And I still get compliments on my hair all the time, and I don't know, it's nice and full and all together in one big clump. I think they just look really beautiful, so I'm fine with that. I did have an issue, and I don't even know when this ended up occurring, but I discovered a lock kind of in the back here that was really skinny at the base of it, and then at the end it was really fat. So here's a little picture of the part that I ended up having to cut off. So this is where I cut it, right here. It was just super skinny and then just had this fatness at the end, And I thought, okay, well, that looks stupid. So I just cut it. It's just hair. Who cares? So last time I retightened was probably about 3 weeks ago. I'm still, I think I want to say like 4 months went by before I retightened. So I really don't do it that often, and I just try to keep, just keeping my fingers going through it to keep the base, the new growth from locking amongst each other, because it can kind of get tangled in there. So that's the only thing I would suggest. Just make sure that daily you're running your fingers through to keep your locks from connecting at the new growth. So another thing I wanted to talk about was lint. So I have watched a lot of videos where people say they have lint issues, and I don't normally have any lint issues. I use towels, but then again, they are older towels, so maybe that's probably why I don't have any lint in my hair. But I use red towels, white towels, coral towels, blue, and I never have any lint problems. But just recently, I bought 2 new scarves, and I've been having crazy lint problems with these scarves. So I think it just really depends on what the item is. But over the past year, the only problem I've had was these 2 scarves. So I don't know. The other thing I wanted to talk about was parts. So I was really particular about my parts when I first put my locks in, and I thought I was going to be just really adamant about keeping them straight and particular about them. But right away I wasn't. With the first retightening, I just like, I don't care. They don't need to be like razor sharp or anything. And that's just really kind of how I do things. Sometimes I'll go ahead and use a rat tail comb to really get in there and straighten things. But for the most part, I kind of just eye it or finger separate and just lock my hair that way or retighten my hair that way. I mean, it's straight enough. They're not, you know, all over the place. My parts aren't all over the place, but I really don't care about them being that straight. Maybe the one in the middle that I usually show, or I sometimes put my hair off to the side. So really, there's only like 3 parts that I actually use, and that's these 2 side ones, and then this one here in the middle. That's probably the only ones to really care about, unless maybe you're putting pigtails in and you'd want it all the way back. It's up to you. I had a fuzzy period, and I looked back at my old videos and I kind of realized that I did have a fuzzy period. I didn't really even know it was like this entire period of fuzziness, but looking back at pictures and stuff, I realized I had like probably up to month 6 or 7 or something. It was just kind of more fuzzy. Again, I really didn't care. I still thought they were beautiful, but that's really something you might want to consider. That's really everything I need to talk about. But if you have any additional questions, make sure you put those comments in there, and let's show off the hair. So you've seen the front, and I've been playing around with it because, as usual, I can't keep my hands out of my hair. This is how it looks here on the side. As you guys recall, I have less density here. So still looks good. And then here's my hair in the back. And as you can see, that wonky length in the back still just kind of works. Everything's layered. And I have high density everywhere else, so you can see. Sorry if I splash, because I still have damp hair. This is it on the other side, my low density. And this is it. I am loving it all the time. I try to convince other people to lock their hair. I don't think I've been able to convince anyone, but it is really just my favorite hairstyle that I've ever had. I absolutely love it, and I can't imagine ever getting rid of these. I mean, maybe when I'm really old, I'll shave all my hair off and go for the 1/4 inch look, you know, where there's absolutely no maintenance. But yeah, this is me. So I've read all your comments, and I just love how excited everyone is about starting their own lock journey. So I really would like to see reply videos if you guys want to do them, just showing what you've done and all the things that you've learned. And I don't know, let's have a little lock family or something. But if you guys have any more questions, again, post them. I'm going to try, I always do, try to keep up with them, but I definitely read the comments at least before I make the next video that I make, so that I can at least respond to a lot of your questions that you have. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.